What is going on, Alpha Hunters? Hope everybody's having a very marvelous Monday. Marvelous. Yes, marvelous Monday. Hopefully you had a marvelous weekend. Let's take a look at what's going on in the markets today. So we had a nice little gap up, and that's coming off the backs of 2 weeks that were pretty bullish. And not a huge gap, but I mean a little bit of a gap up. Not even 0.1% there. And we kind of just chopped a little bit, 40 minutes, kind of sideways. And then we had a quick little flush about 50 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago or so. That was it. We got negative and then kind of bounced. We bounced pretty hard here for the past 45 minutes or so. So there you go. It's kind of the way it looks today. Qs, even a flatter open, couldn't even really see the gap there. But it has traded higher. It's up 1/3%. SPY's currently up about 0.4%. IWM, a little bit of a gap up. Nice little pop there to start first 5 minutes. Kind of a consolidated pullback there. And up currently about 0.5%. DIA is currently up about 0.5%. Nice little gap up. Nice little bullish run there. RSP looks pretty good here. Currently up almost 0.6%. Looking pretty good there on the RSP. As far as how the daily kind of picture looks, yep, continuing this pretty strong trend that we've had over the past 2 weeks. Looks pretty good. DIA looking pretty good as well. IWM, gonna be interesting to see how this 215 level, 215, 216 level interaction. Be curious to see kind of how that goes. Qs. So Qs did get above this high August 1st. Okay. I think obviously you're looking for probably this little gap fill, probably another 5 points higher or so, up to about 481 or so. Yeah, starting to get a little extended, but it's okay. I mean, the market always gets a little bit extended. I would say if we just keep running, back to all-time highs, I might switch my opinion, go back to being cautious. I think that would be just way too aggressive if we just kind of do that and we don't really have like some consolidation here, pullback and consolidation here for the next couple of weeks. That'd be to me a little bit more cautious than anything else if that kind of happens. So if we just continue to run here bullish over the next few days, over even over the next like week or two, we don't really have like a pullback and consolidation. Maybe even something to match kind of what we did there in late July. Kind of just mirror image this. So like if we don't do something like this in any kind of way, but we just kind of just go straight to all-time highs, I would be probably wanting to be a little bit more cautious on that look. So anyways, just throwing some ideas out there, just game planning for how things might look going forward. Other than that, yeah, I mean, looking pretty good. We've had 2 weeks of pretty strong moves. We got a lot of data, not a lot of data, but there's gonna be a lot of things going on this week. So in the U.S., the DNC, the Democratic National Convention, is gonna be going on. So obviously there will be probably news around that. There will also be the Jackson Hole meeting that will be going on this week. So there will be a lot of Fed interviews, a lot of people talking from the committee and stuff like that. So yeah, there will be that going on. You got the FOMC minutes that will also be coming out Wednesday. So yeah, there will be plenty of talk kind of going on out there. Doesn't really look like so much economic data points outside of the normal weekly stuff. So it'll be a busy week of listening to dialogue, which can really kind of stink because sometimes the market reacts one way, then goes the other way, and having to really kind of diagnose the little ins and outs of all the little wording and stuff like that. So it can be kind of much, kind of much. I don't even know if that's like a phrase, but kind of much. It can be kind of much. Anyways, VIX. Yeah, let me turn off log here. There we go. Um, yeah, I mean we had a higher open this morning, Monday. Typically we have that higher open. Did we have a higher open last Monday? Yeah, we did a little bit, not much of one. Just because we were coming down from such a high level, but getting back down into the teen area, so a little bit of a higher open today, but we have come down from that. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's why log was not on. Other than that, yeah, I mean VIX is getting to an area where we definitely just can kind of trend bullish. DXY, yeah, with that low, with that lower close there on Friday. Not surprised to see us breaking down on the DXY. So, I mean, the next area is going to be in this 101 area. 101, like under 101.50. Like, we're going to be getting down into probably just the 101, sub 101 area where this low is. So, yeah, I mean, other than that, it is a pretty strong area. Obviously, you can see we've kind of bounced in this area before plenty of times. Even back at the end of December, kind of came down to the spot and bounced. So, I mean, we could just remain in a sideways channel here. So, but when we get down into this 101.3 area or less, you're not going to want to be bearish. Not going to say you're going to want to be bullish, but it's going to be worth a shot. Just be mindful that I mean we could definitely keep going lower. I just wouldn't want to be bearish at that time. I'd wait to be bearish. GLD Gold Trust. Surprised gold's not up more than what it is, especially with the dollar breaking down. Okay. It is continuing to hold a breakout of these highs that we've had over the previous couple of weeks. Gold looks probably just pretty good. Anyways, 10-year yield dropped off a little bit today. Had a little bit of a higher open. All right, dropping off a little bit. I'm kind of thinking here. It's not exactly dropping off. It definitely not dropping off as much as that dollar. But I mean, yields did drop off pretty sharply there at the end of July, beginning of August. So see what happens here. I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe pop bullish if we can hold kind of this level or so over the next day or two. Maybe you see yields pop higher. Then again, I'd be curious to see if the dollar winds up getting down to this 101.3 level, and maybe we see yields and dollar both bounce. 10 and 2 inversion coming down a little bit. Okay, I mean, it's coming down a little bit. So that means 2-year is doing pretty good. Yeah, 2-year is actually positive a little bit. So the 2-year is actually not looking too bad. All right, there you go. HYG continuing to push higher, risk on in the bond area. LQD getting up to this December high. Okay. Looking pretty good here. Looking pretty good. This looks pretty good for kind of that cup and handle type look, but a funky looking cup here that we had most of last year, actually, most of 2023. But this looks pretty good. I like this look that we've had most of this year, as far as like this very nice solid basing. Maybe we don't break out here. Maybe we do have a little bit more of a handle kind of come in. Maybe it's a little bit more of a cup. And we'll get it like a short handle kind of later on. It'll look a little bit more, it'll look a little bit more cup and handle-ish, I guess. So, be curious to see if that kind of happens. The TLT looking okay. It's not back up to the highs that we had just a couple weeks ago, but It's pushing higher. And as far as sector rotation for the day, interesting. Okay. Tech has been getting hit pretty good throughout the day. So tech is underperforming the most. Utilities also underperforming. Industrials and staples underperforming. In line with the market is materials and financials. Outperformers, real estate, healthcare, communications, discretionaries, and energies leading the day. Look at that bounce there. In about 45 minutes into the trading day, yeah, I mean, energy's went like on a 20-minute run there. It was 25-minute run. Pretty solid run. As far as intraday price performance, yeah, you can see that moving there on energies. Energy's looking pretty good there. Healthcare outperforming, tech outperforming. Okay, so tech just got hit with a pretty good gap down today. That's the only reason why they're down all that much. And then you got real estate also outperforming. Underperformers, well, communications in line with the market there. Underperformers, staples with discretionaries, industrials, financials, materials, and utilities.